Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Purpose Portal YouTube channel. It's about time. I mean, it's been so long since I've been thinking about doing this, nearly 5 years, when I thought about creating the Purpose Portal. And I've been creating content on Instagram, but I've never done anything on YouTube. So I'm so excited that finally we are here and that we are live on YouTube. And I want to especially thank you for joining us. I want to thank you who's watching right now. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel and for watching and for liking and for subscribing, because I know you're going to subscribe, right? Yes. Thank you for being here. So this is literally our first video on the Purpose Portal. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal, right? I'm not taking it for granted at all. But I think it's important for me to just emphasize that I've been thinking about this for such a long time. What finally spurred me into action was something quite tragic, to be very honest. I'm Nigerian, and just this week, in fact, literally 2 days ago from when I'm making this video, we lost someone that you could consider a national hero, someone who was really prominent, really dignified, and did a lot to advance the cause of the Nigerian nation. He was an entrepreneur who founded, really global scale institutions. He was excellent par none in the financial industry, and he was creating so much value for his customers, his clients, for the nation and the African continent as a whole. But he passed away tragically in his mid-50s in a helicopter crash. Can you imagine that? Like, this is someone who had everything that you can imagine that one would want at the peak of their life. He was wealthy. He could have afforded the best health care. I mean, he could afford to charter a helicopter. That's how, comfortable he was. And yet, in the midst of that, he passed away tragically. And just a few weeks before he passed away, he actually made a post on Twitter, or on what we call X these days, where he talked about the fleeting nature of life. And in that same post, he talked about the fact that, Lord, teach us to number our days. Teach us to number the hours that we have left in this life so that we can use it to positive benefits. We can use it to actually improve and contribute to our society. And, just a few weeks after that post, he passed away. So for me, that was really a wake-up call. Not a wake-up call in terms of what I wanted to do with the Purpose Portal, but a wake-up call like girl, there's a need for some urgency to what you want to do. There's no time. Literally, there's no time, because we always imagine like, oh, this thing I want to do, I'm going to have weeks, months, years to be able to do it. And so we're constantly stalling and looking for the perfect moment or the perfect visual or the perfect scenario to be able to put out there. But I think when the news about his passing came out, what it just said to me was, there's no perfect moment, and you actually are waiting for the perfect moment because you think that you have all the time in the world, but nobody knows. Nobody literally knows the hour or the moment or the minute. So whatever it is that you want to do, you need to actually just start. Just start. Just do it, because you don't know. And that's not to like create fear or anything. It's just to say, there's so much that you have to give, and every minute of the day is precious. So take the most advantage of the time that you have and put it to the best use. But anyway, enough about that. I am so excited that we finally get to do this and that I finally get to put out some content that might be helpful or useful to you in your journey towards finding and discovering your purpose in life, in your journey towards doing that thing that, has always stayed with you and made you feel like I have so much to give and I can't just afford to not put it out there or not, put it to good use. So yeah, let's get started. This is my introductory video on the Purpose Portal. So we're not going to be talking at length today about anything specifically, but I wanted to just maybe share a bit around what my interpretation of purpose is. There's the Oxford Dictionary definition, right? But for the Purpose Portal, we look at purpose as that thing that you are most optimized for, right? When we say this is the purpose of a thing, it means we are talking about the best use of a thing, the fullest potential of a thing, the most optimized version of a thing. And when you bring that to the career or the professional space, it means we are talking about, the most optimal version of a career professional, of an individual that actually shows up in the workplace, in their chosen career path, or in life in general. So that's the space that we're going to be talking about the Purpose Portal from on this channel. What is the best use of you and your innate abilities and your strengths and your skills and your giftings that you can actually put out into the world? That's how we're going to be looking at it. And why is this important? I think in terms of why it's important, we're going to look at it from 3 different perspectives. Let's start with the most basic perspective, right? Find that thing. How do you find that thing that makes you light up? How do you find that thing that, only you can actually demonstrate to the level and to the extent that you wish to demonstrate it? How do you find that thing where you can actually make a unique contribution to the world? That's how we want to help you. That's how we want to support you. And how can you begin to take actual steps to put that into the world? Yeah. So I hope you stay with us. I hope you continue to tune in and that you continue to subscribe and, check the notifications regarding some of the content we're going to be putting out so you don't miss out on any of the things that we're going to be sharing. And most importantly, that you actually tap into and benefit from some of the insights, guidance, tips, etc. that we're going to be putting out there to be able to help you along your journey. Having said that, I also just want to mention that I'm currently doing my master's in philosophy. So I'm going to be looking for ways to infuse elements of philosophy into the content that I'm sharing. And as you know, philosophy has always been interested in the big questions of life, those existential questions around who am I? What am I here for? What is it that I'm meant to do in the world? And so on. So I think it's just a perfect combination to, the kind of content that we're going to be sharing in the page, because we're going to be exploring it from various angles, from, the religious angle, from the philosophical angle, from the psychological angle, and also from even real life experiences that some of us are facing and going through in this age and time. And speaking about real life experiences, the next time that I come back to make a video on this channel, I'm also going to be telling you about what triggered my journey to purpose, what triggered my journey to even creating the Purpose Portal, and what actually triggered my journey to making this my core identity away from, the professional career space that I was existing in till very recently. Watch out. It's coming, and I hope you stay. Today we talked about just Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The next time that we talk about this, we're going to be looking at it from a religious perspective, a philosophical perspective, and also a psychological perspective. And you will know which of those actually come up based on the title to each of the content. Yeah. If you have any questions, please just drop them in the chat. I'm actually looking for questions to help me generate more of the content that I'm going to be focusing on. So if you like what I just shared today, please drop a comment in the comment box down below. And don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you stay. Ciao.